Inside this circle represents my realm of knowledge. All that I think I know about whatever I know is depicted here within this circle. Although I must keep in mind there is much more to know than what is in this circle, within the circumference of my awareness.
You bleed when the white man says bleed. You bite when the white man says bite. And you bark when the white man says bark. I hate to say this about us, but it's true.
It is my aim to start the process of undoing or reversing ideals and concepts that has been programmed in the minds of the black man and the black woman here in the hills of North America by religious misinformation or church doctrines that have caused my people to hold on to a belief system that has resulted in lost contact with reality, factuality, history, and spiritual truths.
All due respect and honor, I am very privileged and honored to bring before you Minister
Red Star. This is very, very live, and I am very, very thankful, and it's a great movement ahead.
I bear witness to the one who dwells in the secret place of the Most High. The knowledge and the truth has been taken out of the schools, the news, and have been taken out of your minds. It is an honor, my brothers and sisters, to come before you once again. I was reading an article and I ran across the name of a young black woman, Candace Owens. She was talking about slavery. First of all, you're a beautiful young lady. You know, we've been dealing with our own people selling their souls to the open enemy. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught us when our black people stray away, God Allah require us to forgive our own, not the oppressor. Miss Candace Owen have strayed off. She only dates the foster father's children. She worshiped the foster father, sponsored by Satan. She is living the foster father's vision. There is a dead end to the foster father. The foster father uses vessels as long as the flavor is still good in that vessel. This has been going on throughout the history of the world. So we will be ready to receive her when she's ready to come back to the black community. She was saying slavery was a plus for black people. Slavery gave black people a much better life than what we was living in Africa. We was given clothes, we were given a place to stay, we was given food, education, we was given the white man's religion, we were given the white man's Bible. Unlike you, Miss Owens, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did not have to go and get all of his findings from American schools, starting with kindergarten, Head Start, elementary, junior high school, junior college, technical college, going all the way up to the high class colleges, all the way up to Harvard and Yale. These schools are designed to give you crumbs. These American education system and religious system give you. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad traveled the world, traveled all over in Egypt, Ethiopia, all over Africa in search of the truth. So if you are confused by this very topic, or you know someone who is confused by this very topic, make sure you share this video with them so they can hear the truth concerning your black people and their history in the slave movement. America did not invent slavery, but America amplified, took slavery to a different height. The first slaves were brought over here in the 1500s, down around the east coast of Florida, with people who had dark color skin. So slavery throughout the history has been the rule of man. To build any type of world or civilization or whatever you want to call it, they had to have workers, someone to help build. You have to have a helpmate, but it just had to be. The etymological roots of the word slavery comes from the word Slav, because there were so many Slavic people was enslaved, and many of them had pale skin, blue eyes, stringy hair. The ones who got on the ships did all the hard work for the Caucasian. They was enslaved. They was Slav. They was forced to go and do all these wicked acts. They went to Africa. They made all the deals with African princes and African kings for the slave traders. When these white slaves took this trip to Africa and went over there and got the people out of Africa, those was enslaved Africans all around the west coast of Africa, all around in Ghana. Slavery was valuable. It was currency. You cannot build anything in this world without helpers. When these foster fathers, the serpents, got hold of their power, they wanted to be supreme. That's when they created their version of slavery, which is, according to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, it's the worst form of slavery ever introduced to man, based on only your skin texture. White people was not allowed to participate in working the lands as a slave. White people was written out of that. All back in the days before this particular foster father got their hands on slavery, back in the days, anybody was subject to slavery. They would supply the guns to Africa, supply them the drugs, supply them the alcohol to weaken their victims so they could trap them just like they are doing today. Nothing has changed with these foster fathers. When our brothers and sisters over in Africa were selling our own people to these foster fathers, sponsored by Satan, they had no idea the horrific hell that we would be catching when they chained our people and hand them off to this wickedness over here in the hills of North America. These foster fathers, sponsored by Satan itself, they are not as mighty as one would have thought. They have always had to rely on wickedness, deception, to accomplish anything for their weak souls. My brothers and sisters, I call on you to go forth from here, knowing that we are not weak for being subjected to slavery. It was not written in any Bible that we were supposed to be enslaved. Slavery derived from our own family on the continent of Africa, offering us to the world, allowing us to build Allah's world. And we accomplished the goal. The world was built off of us, and we still exist. And we will continue to rule, reign, and exist forever. Assalamu alaikum.